by Garfield the cat. I decided late one Sunday I would sleep till 1/2 Monday. Suddenly I felt a tap, which awoke me from my nap. I awoke and found before me someone who was sure to bore me. "Please leave me to sleep," I chirped. That was when the creature slurped. Just then the surprise was sprung. 7 yards of doggy tongue. Doggy tongues will always trick you. Look so harmless till they lick you. He let out a loving howl. I went out to get a towel. When a dog's enthusiastic, what you want to do is drastic. All my fur was wringing wet. Should have had it washed and set. "Let me sleep," I'd often told him. Looked like I would have to scold him. I was in for a surprise when I looked into his eyes. Pleading as they were for mercy, left me with a controversy. Then I got a wondrous notion how to sleep without commotion. So he'd leave this cat alone, I dug out his favorite bone. Figured if I couldn't cure him, next best thing would be to lure him. When he came back, he would find I had locked the door behind. Now at least his dripping yap wouldn't interrupt my nap. In my world, there's no excusing when you interrupt my snoozing. So while I was busy snoring, my friend Odie went exploring. Usually he doesn't roam quite this far away from home, but he wandered to an alley where the tough dogs often dally. It would be a little nuts to go near these mangy mutts. Odie never comprehends. He decided to make friends. When they saw this shy intruder, they could scarcely have been ruder. Odie's thoughts are always sunny. What, he wondered, was so funny? This one said is not a dog. Maybe this is someone's frog. It's no frog, the other said. It's a rat that ain't been fed. "No," the biggest one exclaimed. "I know what this runt is named. Not a frog and not a rat. This is just a teensy gnat." And he grabbed poor Odie's bone, and he claimed it for his own. Odie, you must understand, always wants to lend a hand. Anytime or anywhere, Odie would be glad to share. But you have to do it right. Taking things is not polite. Odie wanted it returned. His request was promptly spurned. Odie wound up wet and sogging with a frog upon his noggin. He made sure the frog was thrown back. Now he'd go to get his bone back. But before our friend returned, one of them seemed most concerned. She said she was not amused at the way he'd been abused. But she said, "You're very tough. Did you have to be so rough?" Just then Odie reappeared. The bulldog gave a laugh and sneered, picked up Odie, very crass, threw him for a forward pass. Now the other dog agreed that was not a funny deed, and she told the bulldog he really should let Odie be. Butch said that he wasn't done. Pounding Odie's too much fun. That was when he looked and found that his ladies weren't around. They decided they would flee with someone much more nice to be with. They led Odie to a world where he'd not be kicked or hurled. Butch was left there all alone, with no friends, just Odie's bone. So they marched a little way to the home where he'd be safe. Odie had made lifelong pals with a couple of doggy gals. Someone had not figured fully. People never love a bully. So our tale is a adjourned. With this lesson to be learned, helpless folks you shouldn't flog. People love an underdog. The end. And that's a wrap.